It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9. Anthony Davidson is here once again for today's Grand Prix. Now, let's start with the obvious topic. Devon Butler is still relatively new to a sport which does have a high learning curve and, of course, little tolerance for mistakes.
That's right, it is a difficult environment to come into. In junior categories, you're competing against drivers with similar levels of experience. But some of these guys in Formula 1 have been there for over a decade. But I have to say, in this case, it's so far so good.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position and Bennett completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Weber, Verstappen, Devon Butler and Vettel.
Okay, you've qualified higher than we expected, so let's try to build on this position throughout the race. Now let's build on it. Have enabled DRS. DRS is now available. Slightly and showing some minor wear. P6, the gap is 1.4 seconds. They're on old softs. The time last lap was a 1:20.4. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
Yet another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, so let's review the drivers' standings. Despite the best efforts of our championship leader, that lead has taken a bit of a knock today. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, you can't fault anything that Sergio Perez did out on the track today. He drove flawlessly, making him an easy pick.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.